Hello, and welcome to the Phoenix English Podcast, where every setback is a chance to rise stronger. I'm your host, and today we're going to talk about a feeling we all know: having a crush. It's a feeling that can make us feel nervous, excited, and sometimes a little crazy. But what if I told you that a crush can also be your secret weapon for becoming a better person? Today's story is very personal, but I believe it holds a powerful lesson for all of us. I'm going to share how a simple crush inspired me to work hard, to grow, and to fall in love with myself. So grab your headphones, relax, and let's begin. The quiet spark of inspiration. My story starts a few years ago. I had a crush on a guy, a fellow student who was always at the top of our class. He was kind, smart, and had a quiet determination that I really admired. I felt like I wasn't good enough to even be on his level. But instead of feeling discouraged, I made a silent promise to myself. I would use this feeling as a motivation to grow. This wasn't about trying to get him to like me. It was about unlocking my own potential. The first thing I did was focus on my studies. I had been an average student, but I wanted to excel. I spent more time in the library not just to study, but because I knew he was often there. I asked my teachers for extra help. I didn't tell anyone why I was working so hard. It was a secret mission. I was driven by a quiet but powerful force inside me. I wanted to become smarter, not to show off, but to feel more confident in myself. Next, I decided to learn a new skill. My crush was really talented at drawing. So, I started to learn how to draw. It was difficult at first. My drawings were terrible. But I didn't give up. I practiced every day, learning about perspective and shading. This period of my life was all about quiet discipline. It wasn't always fun. There were days I felt tired, days I wanted to quit and just relax. But every time I felt that way, I remembered my why. The thought of becoming a better person, a more interesting person, kept me going. The shift from for them to for me. For almost 3 years, this went on. I studied hard, I practiced drawing, and I even started playing sports to get in better shape. The initial motivation was to impress my crush, but something amazing started to happen. The focus of my efforts began to change. At first, I would think, I need to learn this for him. But as I got better, my thoughts became, I love doing this. This feels so good. The external motivation, wanting to impress my crush, had become internal motivation, the pure joy of learning and growing. I started to appreciate my own hard work. I was proud of the person I was becoming. I was building my own confidence piece by piece. This is the most important lesson. A crush can be a great spark, but the real fire has to come from within. I discovered that the best reason to become a better person is for my own happiness and self-respect. After all this time, the day came when the top students of our school were to be honored. I had worked so hard that I was now in the top 5. When they called out the names, I looked to my side, and there he was, also in the top 5. We stood together to receive our awards. In that moment, filled with both pride and nervousness, I chose to be brave. After the ceremony, I decided to tell him how I felt. I took a deep breath and simply said, I have a crush on you. I didn't ask for a response. My purpose was to be courageous and to let him know, so I would have no regrets. But then, something incredible happened. He told me that he felt the same way. He apologized for not saying anything sooner, explaining that he had thought I wasn't interested because I was always so focused on my studies. He had admired my hard work from a distance. And now we are together. All those years of silent effort had led to this moment. It wasn't about a trick or a plan to win him over. It was about building myself into a person who was ready for a healthy relationship, ready for love, and ready to be my true self. And the most beautiful part is, he had seen all the hard work I put in, even though I never told him about it. Life lessons. Now let's connect my story to your own journey of self-improvement. The power of a crush is very similar to the power of any long-term goal. To achieve anything great, you need grit, a topic we discussed in another episode. You need to focus on what you can control, your daily efforts. My story teaches us 3 key lessons that can help you with your journey. Lesson 1. Focus on effort, not just results. For 3 years, I focused on the daily effort, studying, practicing, drawing. I didn't focus on the end result of getting the crush. In your own journey, focus on the daily effort. Don't get discouraged if you don't see immediate results. Trust the process. The results will come later. Lesson 2. Find your internal motivation. A crush can be a great reason to start, but the true power comes when the motivation becomes internal. Find something you love about the process itself. Use that passion to make growth a joy, not a chore. The goal is to fall in love with the process itself. Lesson 3. Be brave and take a risk. Telling my crush how I felt was a risk. It was scary, but it was a necessary step. In life, you need to take risks too. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Take a chance on a new job. Start that creative project. The more risks you take, the more you will grow. My story shows that when you focus on yourself, and when you put in the hard work, the good things in life will come to you naturally. Your confidence will grow, all because you made the choice to become a better person. Before we end, let's go over some of the new words and phrases we used in today's story. These are very common in natural conversation. A crush, on someone, a strong feeling of romantic attraction for someone, especially for a short time and without them knowing it. Example: I had a huge crush on the person I met in my class. Unlock your potential. To discover and start to use your abilities or qualities that you have not been using. Example: this experience helped me unlock my potential to be more confident. To excel. At something, to be very good at something, or to do something better than most people. Example: she excelled at her studies and got a scholarship. A secret mission. A task or goal that is kept private from others. Example: learning how to play the guitar was my own secret mission. Quiet discipline. The ability to continue working hard on something, especially when no one is watching or encouraging you. Example: his success was not about talent, it was about years of quiet discipline. External motivation. A desire to do something that comes from an outside reward or pressure. Example: my initial external motivation was to impress my friends. Internal motivation. A desire to do something that comes from within yourself for your own satisfaction. Example: the love of learning is a great internal motivation for growth. To trust the process. To believe that if you continue to work hard, you will eventually achieve success, even if you don't see results right away. Example: my mentor told me to trust the process and not worry about the timeline. I hope my story has inspired you today. A crush, or any kind of passion, can be a beautiful gift. It can give you a reason to start, to push through the difficult moments, and to become the person you've always wanted to be. Now, I want to hear your story. Have you ever used a crush or a personal goal to motivate yourself to become a better person? What did you do? What did you learn? Please share your story in the comments below. Your experience could be the inspiration someone else needs. Thank you for listening to the Phoenix English Podcast. Remember, you have the power to rise from the ashes of your old self and become something stronger, wiser, and more beautiful. We'll be back next week with another episode. Until then, keep practicing and keep growing.